Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome the oh-so-lit class of 2026 to the highest of 7 hills, the College of Love and Charity, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. I am Zachary Chandler Bell, a fourth-year business administration student from the ville that runs the hill, Jacksonville, Florida. And I have the honor and pleasure of serving as the 71st student body president, university trustee for the 2022 through 2023 academic school year. It is surreal that just 3 short years ago, I sat in your exact seats, eager and anxious to find out what FAMU can do for me. Over my time on the Hill, I've learned that it's not what FAMU can do for you that makes your experience, but it's what you can do for FAMU. Being a student at FAMU means sitting on the shoulders of giants and feeling the innate obligation to continue raising the standards of excellence. At times, this will seem heavy, but I have no doubt that each of you will persevere. We all come from different walks of life and different places, but the one thing that connects all of us is the Rattler spirit. Keep that Rattler spirit alive, even when dark clouds gather on the horizon. Not everyone gets the opportunity to attend the #1 public HBCU in the nation, but you all have been chosen to represent Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, October 3rd, 1887. What? Welcome to the Hill. All right, we will now have meditation by Reverend Joshua Louder.
Let us bow. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life, for health, for strength. We thank you, Lord, for allowing us to wake up another day to see the dawn of a new semester. God, I pray right now that you would bless this program. Let everything be done in decency and in order. Bless our administration, bless our teachers, our faculty, our professors, our custodial team, those who make the atmosphere possible for our students to come and learn. Bless our students, Lord, who came from far, wide, and near to seek higher education and to make something out of themselves. I pray, Lord, that you cover them, that you keep them safe from all hurt, harm, and dangers, seen and unseen. Help them to make something out of themselves and to enjoy the opportunity that you have blessed them. Bless our time today. Bless everybody that put this program together today. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Louder. Would you all please welcome our Vice President for Student Affairs, the money man himself, Dr. William Hudson.
Good afternoon, students, faculty, and staff. Tomorrow, your journey begins. In this very building where you sit today, your 4 years of effort will end when you walk across the stage and receive your diploma from Dr. Robinson. You are tomorrow's leaders. As you make the transition to the university, please support, protect, and respect each other. You will meet lifelong friends, significant others, mentors, employers as part of the family. Make sure to utilize all resources available and be proactive. College is going to be a terrific experience. However, it is what you make of it. Participate in organizations, manage your time wisely, and most of all, enjoy the Rattler experience. I sincerely thank you for choosing FAMU as your college of choice. Welcome to the Hill.
Thank you, Dr. Hudson. Would you all please welcome to the stage the 12th University President, Dr. Larry Robinson.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Rattlers. Y'all in here now. Y'all might as well start showing out now. So it's my pleasure to be here to speak to you as the 12th president of Florida A&M University, and I want to thank Trustee Bell and your SCA president. And by the way, in addition to being the SCA president, he is a trustee, one of my 13 bosses. So I'm going to try to put on a good show for him this afternoon. Thank you, sir, for all that you have done during your 3 years at this university. It has been an outstanding journey for you, I know. So thank you, sir, and congratulations on being elected to this position. Good afternoon, class of 2026, right? I didn't say 27 or 28 or 29, right? The class of 2026, welcome to Florida A&M University, affectionately known as FAMU. You're part of this Rattler family forever. Let me begin by saying that in my humble opinion, you have all made an outstanding decision to attend this university. I like to say, great things happen at Florida A&M University every single day, and they do. In fact, so many great things are happening even as we work to put the global pandemic in our rearview mirror. We know that we still have some work to do there. So I just want to remind everyone that the pandemic is not over yet, and strongly encourage you to continue your fight to keep yourselves and the family safe here on the Hill. By working together, we can keep the excitement and joy of campus life alive, and it is joyful to see you all here. For me, there are so many events and activities. I know some of you are probably burned out with so much that has taken place even in the last weekend. But working together, folks, we can protect the family. In fact, we cannot be fam without you. So y'all take care of y'all part of taking care of the family. I do want to, before I go too far, acknowledge some of our really important people here in attendance. Some will be speaking. But I do want to acknowledge the faculty and administrators who are sitting out here in the audience today. Those are the people who really make it happen. Y'all are going to get to know them, right? Get to know your faculty, deans, administrators, associate deans, etc. Not on a first name basis, but they need to know your faces, right? They need to know what your stories are. Take your concerns to them, not me. There they are, right there. Okay, that's the lineup. I also want to acknowledge in the audience my wife, the First Lady of Florida A&M University, Ms. Sharon Robinson. Would you please wave your hand? Thank you, Sharon, for being with me for 37 short years. It has been wonderful. I also want to acknowledge, I know somebody else is going to be doing this later, but I'm up here first, so I'll do it now. Mr. and Ms. FAMU, I want to acknowledge you and the Royal Court, which y'all all stand and, and be acknowledged. Aren't they beautiful? The SGA and the Senate and all of those wonderful people, which y'all stand and be acknowledged. I know y'all in here somewhere, right? Come on, guys. Presidential ambassadors, are y'all here today? Where are y'all? There you are, okay. And here's something, every scholar in the room, right? Please stand and be acknowledged at this time. Every scholar. Come on. All righty then. All right, y'all can be seated. And here's the message to everyone. You are among FAMU's best freshman classes ever, right? In terms of your academic profiles, but so much more. We expect a lot from you, and I know that we can count on you to live up to our expectations and beyond. There's an old adage that says, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I know that you all are putting your plans together to get through FAMU and move on to that next level in 4 years. You might wonder, how did FAMU get here? And by the way, we've been waiting on you for 134 years, right? 134 years. On October 3rd, 1887, we have been waiting on you ever since. And so we didn't get to where we are here in 2022 by chance, by accident. It's by design and divine intervention. Because if you can imagine what the world looked like on October the 3rd, 1887, starting a school, a college for black persons in the heart of the South. And here we are, 134 years later, the highest ranked public HBCU in the nation, and ranked 104 above all institutions in terms of national institutions, national universities. Isn't that incredible? Just think about what the world was like on October the 3rd, 1887, and here we are in 2022. It's an amazing story, it's an amazing journey, and now you're part of the next 134 years. You should be proud, right? You should be proud of the wonderful connections that exist here, and the shoulders, as you just heard from Dr. Hudson, that we all stand on. And although we have these lofty rankings in terms of the #1 public HBCU and 104 among all national universities by U.S. News and World Reports, the fact that FAMU is ranked number 13 among all universities in this great nation in terms of social mobility is the thing that I'm most proud of, because it tells the story that we are still transforming the lives of students, no matter how they get to us, no matter what their socioeconomic circumstances are, still doing that here in 2022. I know you're all proud and you come from a diverse set of backgrounds and places, and by the way, over 20% of you come from some other place other than the state of Florida, right? We have one of the highest percentage of out-of-state students in the state university system of Florida, right? 70 countries, over 35 states. Y'all came from everywhere, man. Everywhere. And one of the things you're going to learn once you graduate or on your journey to graduation, that everywhere you go, you're going to find a Rattler or multiple Rattlers already doing the great things that you're on your way to do as well. It's a wonderful place to be. You made the right decision. So we recently launched a campaign that we're calling Marching to the Top 100. And it's not because we want to be known for being in the top 100, but there are some important metrics that help us do what we want to do even better. And that is to serve you, our students, and to serve our faculty. Those are some of the metrics that are important to us. We are on our way, but it won't be by accident, just like it's not by accident that we are here where we are today. You know, in 2017, we launched a strategic plan that got us to this point, and earlier this summer, we launched our next strategic plan for the next 5 years entitled Boldly Striking. Because we firmly believe that proper preparation prevents poor performance. I don't know where our team got that from, but anyway, it's working so far for me today. But this plan is the primary reason we got to where we are, and the new one will be the reason that we get to the next level. But here's what you should know. Here's what really matters to each and every one of you, and that is your degree from Florida A&M University will open tremendous opportunities for you, opening doors that you didn't even imagine would open as you sit here in this audience today. Some of you are probably not sure how I'm going to get to that next level, but I guarantee you that you have a better chance of getting there as a result of attending this university and graduating as soon as you can. And then, of course, some of us, we often argue about what's the best major: journalism, business, environmental science, architecture. What am I leaving out? English, pharmacy, so on and so on and education, right? What else y'all got out there? Allied health, okay. But here's what you should know. The answer to what's the best degree program, the best major at FAMU, all of them, it doesn't matter. You pick one, and we can find people who have set a path and gone into a journey that has been incredible. So no matter what you choose, right? No matter what you choose, not what I tell you to do or your parents, right? But that passion behind whatever you want to do, you are going to get there. So in fact, I want you to do this for me now. Look to your left and to your right. Come on, guys. Look to your left and to your right. And I'm going to tell you, before this event is over, you need to hook up with those folks, get their email. Well, y'all don't do email anymore. Get their Twitter tag, whatever else you do, because those are going to be the people. Those are going to be the people. Y'all are going to be the people who's leading this state, leading this nation and the world in the future. Get to know these folks, right? I don't want to hear y'all hear what I hear sometimes. I remember Will Packer, right? No, y'all are the Will Packers. The Will Packer is sitting right next to you. In fact, you might be the next Will Packer yourself. So get to know the people around you. You know, this concept of diversity, equity, and inclusion is a hot topic these days for some, but for FAMU and HBCUs in general, you know, we got it right from the start. Among the 15 students who were taught by the two instructors on October the 3rd, 1887, we had men and women, right? So we got it right from the start. Outdoors have always been open to whomever wanted to attend this university. We didn't tell anybody that they couldn't come. Others did, but we didn't. And so although we were formally originally founded to educate black students, we never developed policies to exclude anyone, any race, ethnicity, religious orientation, sexual orientation, from attending this institution. You are all welcome, no matter how you came here, no matter what luggage you bear. You are Rattlers forever. And just so that you know that as of 2018, just 4 years ago, according to the National Center for Education Statistics, nearly one out of every 4 students at HBCUs in the nation then are not black. So we've been in a diverse environment for years. But you ought to know this. In spite of our struggles coming out of the crucible of slavery and Jim Crow and all of those horrible things, today, the nation's HBCUs educate 40% of the American black college graduates, 80% of the black federal judges, 85% of all black doctors went through somebody's HBCU. 7% of all black PhDs went through somebody's HBCU. 50% of black engineers and 46% of black business professionals received their undergraduate training in one of the nation's HBCUs. But that wasn't enough for us at FAMU. We decided we wanted to develop our own suite of graduate and professional programs, and we have those here available to you as well. So you might want to know that 50% of black pharmacists and 40% of the nation's black dentists went to somebody's HBCUs. And I like to think that our program in environmental sciences, right, that's led by Dr. Vanessy here, is one of the most productive in terms of producing African-American PhDs in environmental sciences in the nation. Now, I could have picked anything else to say that about, but since I'm formerly a faculty member in environmental sciences, I'll just put a spotlight on them for the moment. Diverse issues in higher education, this goes to why you made the right decision to come into FAMU. As recognized, FAMU is the #1 HBCU in the nation in terms of awarding degrees to African Americans at the bachelor's degree level. Diverse issues also cited FAMU as a top 10 producers of graduates at all levels: bachelor's, master's, doctoral, research, and doctoral professional degrees in this nation. So you made a great choice, class of 2026, in attending FAMU, if I must say so myself. You know, FAMU also has a much greater economic impact than most people realize. We generate $557 million in total economic impact for our local and regional economies. Every dollar spent by a FAMU student produces positive economic benefits, generating initial and subsequent spending to support local and regional economies. Communities and regions hoping to foster a more robust and diverse economic climate find HBCU-connected spending, including FAMU, a critical component of that effort. Now, there are some things involving economic development you're going to have to learn about, right? Some things go on the record and some things don't. Okay, so you'll find this out in the first home football game, right? There are going to be vendors who are certified by us to sell goods and services on our behalf, right? And you can go out there and buy your FAMU t-shirt, shoes, socks, hat, gloves, mask, and we get royalties from that. And that's going to be another place you can go, and other places you can go where you can go and make those same kinds of purchases, and it won't benefit your soon-to-be alma mater at all. You know, one of the most interesting economic hot spots in this town during football season for us is Perry Street, right? You can go there and you can buy just about everything imaginable. You can probably buy a space shuttle over there if you have, just a couple of $100. A free trip to the moon might be available to you. I'm not talking about the moon over here. I'm talking about the moon on Perry Street. FAMU has a major impact on the economic development in this region. In fact, every $1 million initially spent by FAMU and its students, creates over 13 jobs. So the facts are clear. HBCUs like FAMU and those who want to be like FAMU have created had a chance to eat lunch with Fried Chicken Wednesday, right, of this week, and some, Fried Fish Friday. And I'll be there, folks. You know where to find me. Okay, I'll be there. And please feel free to join me. Don't sit there knowing that you want to talk to me and walk by like, I'm some type of radioactive, piece of material. Talk to me. That's why I go, because I want to hear from each and every one of you. There's so much going on at the university, so much for you to do, so many organizations for you to join, athletic events, the Marching 100 and so forth. But I want you to make sure you get your priorities straight, right? I mean, you can afford to spend a couple of hours on a Saturday at a FAMU football game, right? You can afford that. But if you go to the football game, after the football game, after the football game, the thing that's at the moon and the thing that keeps going until 1 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, then your journey here is going to be challenging. All right, but I do advise you to take advantage of this rich culture. That's part of the experience, right? Go and see a play. Go and watch the connection. Watch the Marching 100 on the field. There's nothing like it anywhere, right? People pay for the Marching 100, these 35 members of the Marching 100, to go perform in Paris. Y'all get to see them free, right? Y'all get to see them free. So take advantage of all of that rich culture. The Divine Nine, take advantage of all of that. But remember, what is the most important thing you need to do at FAMU? graduate, right? In how many years? 4. Finish in 4. The class of 2026. You don't have to worry about the class of 2027. They're coming. 2028 is coming. 2029 is coming. Just take care of your business. Which brings me to this point. This is our second season in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the SWAC, right? And our football team is using a new slogan and a hashtag conceived by Coach Willie Simmons, one of the best in the business. Their hashtag this year is unfinished business, right? Now, we did well last year. We lost one game in the FCS division, and we're going to get a chance, in about 2 weeks, maybe 3, to take care of that, right? The school from Mississippi somewhere. We got off, and it was just 1 point, folks, right? 1 point. Can't imagine. My slogan would have been 1 bleeping point. But anyway, 1 point. So we want you to take care of your business too by going to class, studying, and doing your absolute best to help us be the gold standard in America, not just the SWAC. There are some things we are doing already better than most and some better than everybody else, but you can make us do it better than everybody else. So study hard, play hard, pray harder, have a good time, but enjoy some time in the library or those special places where you're going to study. We want you to do that and do that well. I want you to enjoy your time on the highest of 7 hills, and I want to be there, whether I'm the one shaking your hand and coming across the stadium, the stage, which will be at the other end of this auditorium, and this building will be filled with parents screaming and shouting, and a few who slipped in air horns in spite of us telling them not to. When your name is called, it'll be so much noise. Your family, church members, the whole hood will be in here. I'm telling you to cheer you on. One of the most difficult things we had to do during the pandemic, and I thought we were never going to get over this, was limit the number of tickets to people coming into this venue. I mean, we almost started a riot, right, among our students and their families, so it's open. And so I expect to see you and your families here marching across this stage in 4 years or less, and we're going to call you out at the program itself. We're going to ask those of you who finished in 4 years to stand 4 or less years, and I expect to see a large number of you. In fact, I expect to see every single one of you stand, right? But I know there will be some challenges that get in the way, but that's okay. We deal with those as well. Remember, 134 plus years we've been here doing this. We've been waiting on you for all that time. Y'all cannot disappoint all those great Rattlers who are here now and who came before us. And when you do run into those difficult circumstances, and you're not quite sure what to do next, just remember this. When the dark clouds gather on the horizon, when thunder and lightning fill the skies, when fate has put a glint in the eye of a fallen rattler, and hope's a lost friend, when the sinew of the chest grows weary from those hard-charging linebackers, and the muscles in the legs grow tired from those hard-charging running backs, you must always remember that the Rattlers will strike and strike and strike again. Let's go, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Dr. Robinson. Christine and you, Quan, I want y'all to help us get the energy up in here real quick. I think I like my A in front of my M in front of my U. I love my HBs running back. We're gonna run it back one more time and we're gonna do it like we feel it. I like my F in front of my A in front of my M. My M in front of my U. I love my HBCU. All right, thank you so much. All right, a pivotal part of our HBCUs are our deans that make all things happen. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Lewis Johnson to introduce our deans and provosts.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have the honor of introducing your dean, so give them a little bit of love that decided to come here today. First, for the College of Engineering representing Saru Day, Miss Michelle Roddenberry. Representing the School of Environmental Science, Victor Banassi. The College of Architecture and Engineering Technology, Interim Dean Andrew Chen. The School of Allied Health Sciences, Interim Dean Mary Simmons. School of Nursing, Dean Shelley Johnson. College of Education, Dean Allison Watson. School of Journalism and Graphic Design, Dean Myra Lowe. College of Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities, Dean Valencia Matthews. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the Chief Academic Officer at the university and your provost, Dr. Maurice Eddington. Thank you.
And we have to give a quick shout out to Dean Friday Shroud that could not be here in the School of Business and Industry. All right, please welcome to the stage to introduce our speaker for today, Dr. Reginald Ellis.
When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father, your mother, or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellows whose verdict that counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please. Never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear to the end. And you've passed your most difficult, dangerous test if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartache and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. The Man in the Glass by Sir Peter Dale Wimbrow Sr. To President Robinson, Provost Eddington, members of the dais, to the administrators, faculty, staff, alum, and class of 26, good afternoon. I have the high honor today of introducing a young man who embodies the true nature of Florida A&M University. But before I read his official bio, let me introduce a young man from Atlanta, Georgia. A man who moved to Tallahassee, but was first chosen by Florida A&M University. A man who, when he found himself straying from the teachings of his mentors, being called to task by his professors, who saw more in him than he even knew he had the ability to be. FAMU 26, I am so proud to introduce someone that I believe is the poster child, the product of Florida A&M University. When other universities told this young man no, FAMU said yes. Yes, you will earn your bachelor's degree. Yes, you will earn your master's degree. And yes, sir, you will earn your PhD. Why? Because you are a Rattler. So our speaker this afternoon is one of the most energetic youth motivational speakers in the United States. His speech, Life is Like a Rubik's Cube, is inspiring, entertaining, and simply breathtaking. His story of triumph, persistence, and overcoming tragedies has motivated more than 20,000 students, parents, and educators to solve the twists and turns of life. Derek has written a book entitled Life is Like a Rubik's Cube, that details how he went from a college dropout to earning his PhD. His book has been translated into a personal development curriculum for high schools, mentoring organizations, colleges, and universities. Now he hosts workshops, seminars, and mastermind sessions to provide strategies to help people avoid the same mistakes that he has made to maximize his full potential. Dr. Standiford lives in Atlanta, Georgia with his two, quote, beautifully troublemaking babies, Ayanna and Derek Jr. He has recently graduated with his doctorate degree from Florida A&M University on July 29th, 2012. FAMU 26, please join me in welcoming your keynote speaker for this afternoon, Dr. Derek Standiford.
Can we give it up for Dr. Ellis for that amazing introduction one more time? So what I do, I teach people how to solve the twists and turns of the Rubik's Cube, but I also teach people how to solve the twists and turns of life. And it's only 5 steps to solving the Rubik's Cube, and there are only 5 steps to solving the twists and turns of life. So the first step of solving your Rubik's Cube, the first step of solving your life is to believe. Now we're going to be interactive today. Can I get everybody to please say believe? Y'all, you gotta have confidence in this thing called life. You gotta believe in yourself. If you want to accomplish anything that you want to accomplish, you gotta believe in yourself. There's an African proverb that says, a person who say they can and a person who say they can't are both usually right. Y'all, I just accomplished a milestone that I never thought was possible for me. Y'all, I just earned my PhD from the greatest university on the face of the planet, and I never thought it was possible until I came to FAMU. Y'all, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Nobody in my family ever graduated from high school. And you mean to tell me that I can earn a PhD? And FAMU showed me, they introduced me to people like Dr. Ellis and Dr. Robinson and Dr. Jackson. Y'all, I'm from Atlanta. The only doctor that I knew was Dr. Dre. And you mean to tell me that I can earn a PhD? I never thought it was possible, but they saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and it fueled my belief, y'all. So the first step of solving your Rubik's Cube, the first step of solving your life is to believe in yourself. Now, after you gather that belief, y'all, step number 2 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 2 of solving your life is to solve your cross. Let me get everybody to please say solve your cross. Now, solving your cross means to identify your why, your reasons. What motivates you? What inspires you to be the best version of yourself, y'all? I'm a full-time single father of 2 beautifully troublemaking babies, Ayanna and Derek Jr. Y'all, and when I tell y'all, a PhD program is daunting. Being a single parent is a different kind of beast. Y'all, and it was difficult. The PhD program was hard, but when I thought about quitting, when I thought about throwing in the towel, I saw my kids, I looked at my kids in their eyes, and I said, y'all, if I quit, then my kids got permission to quit. Y'all, kids don't do what you tell them to do. They follow in your footsteps. They do what they see you doing. So if I throw in the towel, then my kids, they got full permission to quit. And I can't let that happen. They won't throw in the towel because of me, y'all. I refuse to let that happen. In the same breath that my children are looking up to me, they're following in my footsteps, y'all. My parents are looking down on me. My mama, she died a week before my 26th birthday. That's my first love. That's your first teacher. You know, I think it's cruel and inhumane punishment for anybody to lose their mama at a young age. But yeah, my mama, she worked 12-hour shifts 5 days a week to take care of 3 boys, and we never appreciated her efforts until we had kids of our own. But I decided to turn that pain into power. I decided, my mama, she never graduated from high school, but she wasn't able to see me walk across that stage, but y'all wanted to make her proud. She's looking down on me, and she's proud right now, y'all. And sometimes our wives, y'all, are petty. Y'all grew up in Atlanta. I'm from the hood, y'all, and when you grow up in Atlanta, I got crooked teeth. I went to inner city schools, y'all. People gonna talk about your teeth. I heard all the names. They talked about my teeth so bad, they called me Yolk Mouth. They called me Gangsta Grills. They said, Derek, your teeth so crooked, they look like project windows, some up, some down. But I'm pretty sure y'all done heard the quote before, let your haters be your motivators. Y'all, there's this quote that I love by Frank Sinatra. He says, your greatest revenge is massive success. Your greatest revenge is massive success. So I told myself, y'all gonna regret talking about me one day. As a matter of fact, y'all gonna brag about how y'all know me one day. So sometimes, y'all, you gotta let your why fuel you. You gotta let your why push you across that finish line. If y'all can see the cross, The cross resembles a plus sign. This plus sign gonna keep you charged up in this journey called life. I promise you, we're gonna experience the highest of highs, and you're going to experience the lowest of lows, but you gotta keep your why centered so you can cross that finish line with success, y'all. Yo, after we believe in ourselves, after we solve our cross, y'all, step number 3 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 3 of solving your life is to fill in your corners. Let me get everybody to please say fill in your corners. Now, filling in your corners means to surround yourself with people who gonna push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. You're an average of the people that you surround yourself with. Right now, we're still in the thick of COVID, right? We're still in the thick of COVID, and we're practicing social distancing. Y'all, because if you get into the area of somebody who's sick, chances are you can get sick. But success principles work the same way. If you want to be successful, if you want to be great, you need to find successful people to put in your circle. You need to find successful people to put in your life if you want to be successful. You're an average of the people that you surround yourself with. So I make it a mission to only have quality people in my life. As a matter of fact, everybody in my circle, everybody who I call a friend is smarter than me. There's a quote by Dennis Kimbrough. He says that if you are the smartest person in your group, then you need to find you a new group. The same person, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough says, look, if you look in your circle of friends and if they don't inspire you, you don't have a circle. Instead, you got a cage. And I want to charge y'all, if you don't have people in your circle who are smarter than you, remove yourself from that cage and put yourself in a circle. Put yourself in an environment that's productive to your growth, that pushes you to be the best version of yourself. Y'all, in addition to surrounding yourselves with positive people, y'all, you got to immerse yourself in a positive environment. A lot of times we think that our diet is just the food that we put in our bodies, but your diet is also consistent of the things that you feed your brain and you feed your spirit. Y'all, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Zig Ziglar, he has this quote that I love. He says that you are what you are and you are where you are because of what you allow to go into your mind. And if you want to change what you are, if you want to change where you are, you got to change what you allow to go into your mind. So a lot of times, y'all, we claim that we want to be great, but we feed ourselves garbage. We feed ourselves negative music and negative TV programming. I'm making a mission. Y'all, I'm going to give y'all a life hack. I'm going to give y'all a life hack. You can take this with you, right? I no longer refer to my alarm clock as an alarm clock. You know, if an alarm went off right now, everybody would run out of this building and panic. Instead, I refer to my alarm clock as an opportunity clock. Because every day I hear my opportunity clock, I got an opportunity that I can get up and change the world. I got an opportunity that I can get up and make my mark on this world, y'all. So I want to charge y'all to change your alarm clock and to refer to it as an opportunity clock. And y'all, I want y'all to wake up every day with the opportunity that you can change your life and change your mission and to make a mark on this world. So y'all, so after we believe in ourselves, after we solve our cross and after we fill in our corners, y'all, we got an entire side of the Rubik's Cube, so that's a solid foundation. Now, step number 4 of solving your Rubik's Cube. Step number 4 of solving your life is to take it to the next level. Now, I need everybody in here with power and conviction and energy to say, take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level.
Now, taking it to the next level simply means to keep getting better, keep growing. Never get to a point where you feel like you've made it, y'all. As a matter of fact, I no longer refer to myself as a human being. I refer to myself as a human becoming because I can always become a better version of myself, y'all. We can always get better in this thing called life. I just accomplished a milestone that I never thought was possible for me, y'all. And some people think it's the end of the line. Y'all, I just earned my PhD from the greatest university on the face of the planet. And once I planted that flag at the top of a mountain, y'all, that's the bottom of a new mountain. It's time for me to accomplish new goals, new dreams, new aspirations, y'all. We should never get to a point where you feel like I'm good and I'm made it. Always making it a mission to keep getting better. Never get to a point where I'm good, I'm made it, I've done accomplished everything in this thing called life, y'all. You can always become a better version of yourself. Y'all, and after we take it to the next level, y'all, we got 2/3 of the Rubik's Cube solved. We almost there, y'all. We got 1 step left, y'all. And the 5th and the final step of solving your Rubik's Cube. The 5th and the final step of solving your life is to keep your commitment to your commitments, to see the bigger picture. Let me get everybody to please say, see the bigger picture. Now, seeing the bigger picture simply means to keep your commitment to your commitments. Y'all, when you set goals, when you set dreams and aspirations for yourself, you got to make it a mission to see it through. They're going to be trials and tribulations. They're going to be the hardest of obstacles, y'all, but you got to make it a mission to keep your commitment to your commitments. And I needed to follow my own advice. I came to FAMU in 2009. In 2011, y'all, I flunked out at FAMU. As a matter of fact, I went to another university. I went to Georgia State University, and I got the lowest GPA in Georgia State history. I got a 0.0 GPA right now at Georgia State. If they would have known that about me, they probably wouldn't allow me to come be our keynote speaker today. But y'all, I was so embarrassed. I had people who I was mentoring who was graduating from college before I did. I heard some words by Les Brown. Les Brown told me, he said, just because you fail, it does not mean that you are a failure. You can always bounce back from your trials and your tribulations. Y'all, that's what I decided to do. In 2013, I came back to FAMU. I was focused. I had a new mental. I had a new mindset, y'all. I was laser focused. I came back to FAMU in 2013, y'all. I'm blessed and fortunate and highly favored. I earned my bachelor's degree. 2 years later, I was blessed and fortunate and highly favored, y'all. I earned my master's degree. And by the grace of God and a whole bunch of prayer, y'all, 3 weeks ago, I get emotional thinking about it, y'all. I still don't believe it, y'all. 3 weeks ago, I just graduated from my PhD from the greatest university on the face of the planet. And I say that not to brag, right? I don't say that to brag. I say that to let you know that just because you fail, it does not mean that you are a failure. You can always bounce back from your trials and your tribulations. You can always accomplish your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. I promise you, your life gonna throw you a lot of twists and turns, but I promise you, y'all, when you battle these twists and turns and you keep pushing, if you keep fighting, you're gonna get to a point, right, when you solve your Rubik's Cube. Y'all, and there's a bonus step to solving a Rubik's Cube. Have y'all ever seen somebody try to solve the Rubik's Cube by taking the stickers off? Y'all, if you take the stickers off the Rubik's Cube, all you're gonna do is end up with a ruined Rubik's Cube. Now, the metaphor in life, if you try to find the shortcuts in life and take the shortcuts in life, all you're gonna do is end up with a ruined life. Now, I gave y'all 5 simple steps. Number 1, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta have confidence, y'all. If you don't have confidence, if you don't have belief, y'all, you might as well throw in the towel. I'm a former teacher, right? And I tell my students all the time, I can take a student right now with straight A's, and if they don't have confidence, I'm gonna show you a failure every single time. But if you give me some confidence, y'all, I can work with it. I can show you a success story. Y'all, after you believe in yourself, you got to know your why. Know your reason. Know why you're doing this. Know who you want to make proud. Y'all, after you develop your why, step number 3, immerse yourself in a positive environment. Surround yourself with people who are going to push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself. Y'all, you're an average of the people that you surround yourself with. You got to have quality people in your circle if you want to be a quality person. Step number 4, keep getting better. Keep growing. Take it to the next level. Never get to a point where you feel like you've made it. And step number 5, y'all, you got to keep your commitment to your commitments and see the bigger picture. I got one charge for y'all. Y'all, can y'all be so great? Can y'all be so great that I brag that y'all went to FAMU? Make some noise if you're going to be so great that I can brag that you went to FAMU. Y'all, I'm humbled, I'm grateful. I want to say thank y'all for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opportunity to serve y'all from the top of my heart to the bottom of my soul. Thank y'all for this beautiful opportunity to serve. My name is newly minted Dr. Derek Standiford. Y'all, man, my heart is full. Newly minted Dr. Derek Standiford, a.k.a. Ayana's daddy, a.k.a. Derek Jr.'s papa. Y'all be great like the lakes. Y'all be blessed like a sneeze. Peace and blessings, love and light.
Thank you so much, Dr. Standiford. All right, we will now have a brief introduction by Student Health Services by Director Tanya Tatum. Mrs. Tanya Tatum, excuse me.
Good afternoon, freshmen. I am so excited to see all of you. And although I was a little late arriving, I heard this fantastic keynote. Dr. Standiford charged all of you with greatness, so I hope we all work really hard and try to live up to it. I bring you information and welcome from Student Health Services, and we are still in a pandemic, and so I wanted to just bring you a couple of words of advice for this coming semester, because we want to make sure that all of you stay as healthy as you possibly can so that you could be and have a successful semester and your beginning of your academic career here at FAMU. First and foremost, as I said, we're still in a pandemic. It would be advised while we're still at the county level is high here in Leon County, that you wear masks when you're indoors. It's a suggestion. It's something you can do, that you will have to make sure you make your own decisions as to how you can best take care of yourself and prevent you from getting any illnesses or sicknesses. So wearing a mask is one thing. We have testing on campus. We offer vaccinations. So those are things that you can do, and several other tools in your toolbox. Make sure you think about it and take care of yourself. We have no isolation spaces this semester, so you want to make sure that you're looking out for both you and your roommate, whether you're either on campus or off campus, okay? We also have another challenge this semester, and it's monkeypox. It's another viral illness. This one is passed not through the air, but more from skin-to-skin contact. So that poses another challenge. My first advice is wearing a mask is good still because it's also transmitted through respiratory droplets. But when you get ready to go out, instead of wearing that cute outfit, put something on with long sleeves and long pants, okay? Save the cute outfit for when you're not touching so much, okay? What I think is important is that you know that we do have information and resources available to you. Student Health Services is here on campus to help support you and to help you work through any issues that you might have. So you can always call on us as a resource and also to get information. I wish you the very best and brightest of a semester and a great start to your academic career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tatum. We will now have our Strike Forward pledge by Dean Valencia Matthews.
Good afternoon, class of 2026. Please stand.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Said, say it with your chest. So I ask that you repeat after me the first year student pledge, strike forward. By joining FAMULE, I accept the obligation to live by and commit myself to the following principles. Service. I will seek opportunities to strengthen the FAMU community.
I will seek opportunities to strengthen the FAMU community.
Tenacity. I will take the actions necessary to remain both physically and mentally healthy. Respect. I will strive to understand the unique views and life experiences of others, and treat others with respect and dignity. Integrity. I will uphold the highest levels of personal and academic honesty, responsibility, and integrity. Keen focus. I will remain focused on the academic pursuits that brought me to FAMU. By making decisions that align with my goals. Excellence. I will uphold the FAMU motto, excellence with caring. By endorsing these principles, I aspire to become a valued contributing member and leader in the FAMU community. This commitment is my promise to myself, Florida A&M University, and its community of scholars. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Welcome to the Hill. We will now have the presentation of pens by our Dean of Students, Mr. Bramani Spell. Yeah, you gotta speak it into it. Gotta speak.
Good afternoon, class of 2026. How you feeling? No. How are you guys feeling? Good. It is with honor and pride that I greet you as your Dean of Students. Today marks another step in the journey in becoming academically and socially educated with our true Rattler spirit. As Rattlers, you are walking in the footsteps of greatness. FAMU sends to the world educated young men and women who truly have the mind, body, and soul to lead and create a better society than the one which they inherited. In this penning ceremony, we outwardly show the world our inner grace, and that is a true Rattler. Your pen represents the struggles and accomplishments of those who came before you. By wearing your pen, you are linked to over 100,000 Rattlers worldwide. You share the DNA of doctors, lawyers, scientists, politicians, actors, engineers, and a bevy of others that have contributed mightily to our society as alums. Please keep in mind that as Rattlers, you are held to a higher standard, and your actions represent Rattler Nation. As a family, it is our mission that the entire community invest in educating each and every one of you. It is your duty to seek advice from elder Rattlers, to uphold the tradition and legacy that has been built before you. It is your obligation to add to the lore of FAMU, not to subtract from it. With that being said, I ask that class of 2026 rise to your feet, take out your pen and remove it from the casing. I want you to place the pen on either your right lapel or the right side of your chest or whatever you have on. Place the pen on. If you need help, ask your neighbor. It's okay. All right, with that, we are going to repeat the Rattler Oath. So I need you to repeat after me. Are you ready? No? Okay, keep it going. We got all the time. We ready? All right. All right, repeat after me. My head shall always be held high. Not to boast or brag, but knowledge of my ancestry. My hand shall never cease to work to preserve the blood, sweat and tears my forefathers shed. My heart shall never cease to love and care for my fellow man, my family, and my community. I am the head. I am the hand. I am the heart. I am a FAMUan. And in the field I shall be great. So now we're going to do this. You ready? Who do you represent? I represent President Robinson, Dr. Eddington, and Dr. Hudson. I officially present to you the class of 2026. You guys shall be seated.
We accept.
Congratulations to the Oh So Lit class of man. All right, guys, we want to thank you all for coming out today. We will have light refreshments upstairs, but in the meantime, if you all will please stand for our alma mater. Make sure y'all learn the alma mater, all right? Oh, it's a cappella? Please, no movement during the alma mater, please. Thank you. You are dismissed. Have a good one.
I'm going to do a benediction.
Okay, cool. Oh, hold on one sec. We're going to have a quick benediction.
All right. Let us pray for the benediction. May the grace of our God, sweet communion of His Holy Spirit, rest, rule, and abide both hence, now, forth, and forever. And we all say, amen.